Good afternoon. Last week we learned about the marketing research process, and today we're going to have some classroom participation, and you'll apply what you learned generally with a class participation assignment. And secondly, we'll take what we learned last week and we'll apply it to our ongoing case study. So up in the Sakai website under the resources folder under the semester project, you'll see we're building up the parts of our research report, and this one is 3_2. So the file name is project 3_2 in the semester project folder. So we'll be going over that and you'll have some time to read through it and then come up with your answers, and we'll discuss those in class. First though, let's look at the class participation to help drive home some of the concepts in marketing research process. So what I'd like you to do in this particular class participation is compare and contrast the marketing research process with the system development life cycle that's popular in information technology. They both are dealing with projects, and let me know the similarities and the differences between the two processes. So take about 20 minutes to research, and there's a link here that you can take to get a tutorial on the steps for the systems analysis of this systems development life cycle, or you can do a search yourself on the internet. And hopefully this will reinforce the concepts we talked about last week in the marketing research process. So again, take 20 minutes, read through the system development life cycle, and then compare and contrast that with the marketing research process. And when we come back, I'll go ahead and have you guys give your reports on this. Okay, those were good answers and good presentations. Thank you. The key thing to remember here in the marketing research process is there's 4 phases really. The first phase is step 1, establish a need. Step 2, define the problem. Step 3, determine the research objectives. The second phase is to design the mechanics of the research. Determine the design, determine the information sources, determine the data collection method, design the questionnaires, and then determine the sample size and sample plan. The third phase is to gather data from respondents. That's step 9, collect the data. And then the fourth phase is generate findings and interpret them. So that's where we do step 10, analyze the data, and then step 11, write and present the report. All right, let's go on. So at the back of chapter 3, go ahead and read through the integrated case for advanced auto. For your convenience, I put it up here, but you should really have your books by now, so read it at the end of chapter 3. It's case 3.2. So read through that, spend about 20 minutes reading through that, and we'll then go through and answer the questions that are at the bottom here. State the problem and write the research objective for one of the problems defined in your answer to the first question. Okay, let's take a look. So here's what we have to answer with this particular stage of our marketing research report. We want to describe the source of the problems facing advanced automotive concepts. So this is clearly an opportunity situation. That is, although Zen Motors brands have been losing market share, the case relates that the Advanced Automotive Concepts division has been created to re-engineer existing Zen models or develop new ones that are more competitive. And according to the chapter, an opportunity presents a favorable circumstance or a chance for progressing or advancing. So the circumstances facing Nick are trend towards smaller, fuel-efficient automobiles, rising fuel costs, attitudes toward global warming are perhaps affecting demand for more efficient automobiles. Hybrid and alternative fuel technologies show promise. And internal and public reports such as the Douglas Report are calling for more efficient vehicles. So next, we want to focus on one area identified in the Douglas Report, demand for different basic models. So how are we going to write this problem? Well, I would write it like this, because this is going to get down to the heart of a cost-benefit analysis by management. So here's how I would define the key problem in the Douglas Report, and I'll just put it in one sentence. How many of the various hybrid vehicles under consideration for development will be purchased? That way, management can compare the potential sales, the amount purchased, with the cost for retooling. So that question, I think, is the marketing research problem for what we would gather from the Douglas Report. So then the next and last part of this set of questions for our research report, given what we wrote above, write the research objective. So the research objectives for how many of the various hybrid cars will be purchased, I say would be the following. What are prospective buyers' attitudes towards very small one-seater with high MPG ratings, small automobiles, two-seaters with high MPG ratings, and hybrid compact-sized hybrids with moderate MPG ratings? Another objective, what are consumer preferences and intentions for various types and combinations? One would be a very small one-seater, no trunk space, very high miles per gallon. Another would be a small two-seater, very limited trunk space and high miles per gallon. A third might be hybrid models, those that are compact and moderately high miles per gallon. So that's what I would look at as some of the research objectives that we have for the problem we define, how many various hybrid vehicles will be purchased. Okay, any questions on that? Okay, see you next time.